This is a clip from the Red Cow Arcade podcast.
This is a pretty big close-up of my face without a beard. I feel obligated to acknowledge it.
Did you have an accident? What happened?
Yeah, no, we did the Halloween shoot. We did 3 videos this past weekend, and it involved me in a Vision costume, which was Nina. When she saw that Halloween-y episode of WandaVision, she said, "I want to dress as a Sokovian fortune teller," and so she started growing her hair out back then, whenever that was, February, March, or something. And she's been growing it ever since, and she's been like dealing with like split ends, and she's repeatedly wanted to cut her hair, and then she's like, "No, but I want to do that Halloween costume." And I keep thinking, I'm like, does that mean I got to be Vision? I don't even really know. And I was like, well, we always do a costume for the content. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I had it rush ordered from Hot Topic. It was the only one that seemed to be able to get it there in time. And then I was like, yeah, if I'm painting my face red. But the truth is Vision aside, when you lose 140 pounds, you're just curious to what you're working with underneath your beard. And
yeah, so, I don't really know what like shapes are under my beard right now. So it is kind of interesting. But
there will be video in the Halloween special of us shaving it and everybody reacting. But the consensus seemed to be from Nina. It was, wow, you look like you did when you were 14. But like, John added like with some age in the eyes. But other than that, there was some like reticence of like, I don't know, people thinking that I was going to look bad or weird or something. They were surprised that I have a jawline. I'm like, I have been working out a lot.
Yeah.
So it should be okay. And yeah, for me, honestly, even though I actually like a bearded look, and I've identified with a bearded look for a long time, there's still this part of you that's like, but I don't want to feel trapped in any particular, like, maybe I want to shave, but I can't because there'll be this transition period for the people in my life or something. I kind of want to like, because I've never seen my dad without a mustache, for instance. And like, I don't want to like live my whole life in one state, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm stuck. This is me now. There's no going back. Like my wife's like, I told her about your shaved beard, and she's like, don't you dare.
Yeah, see that kind of stuff. Like I was getting that kind of feedback, and I was like, well, now I got to.
Well, and I take that feedback, and I'm like, yes, miss, yes, mistress.
Well, the daughter, she was having a sleepover with my mom. I sent the picture. My mom said that she goes, "Is that Daddy?" So she didn't know at first. Then when I came to pick her up, she smiled at me and she went, "What the?" For some reason, Gloria goes, "What the?" a lot. And then I don't know if with your kids, or at least with Gabe, since he's about her age, there's this like moment where like they get hit by the emotion and you see it. You see this like sadness transition where she suddenly was like, and
yeah,
she cried for about, like 2 hours. And she was going like, I just wanted to be exactly the way it was. And then my dad, actually, he was like, maybe you could all get fake mustaches and fake beards. And we were like, oh yeah, we could go to like a Halloween store and get like fake mustaches and beards. And she goes, okay. Is there one that's exactly like the one that Dad used to have? And then a bit later, she was like, Daddy, I'm not sad anymore. It's still a bit weird for me, and I hope that's okay. But I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm not sad anymore. And I was like, sometimes this kid's like emotional intelligence just floors me. I'm like, you handle conflict better than like I do, certainly.
Yeah, I'm sure my kid, if I shave my beard, he'd just flip out. He doesn't even like it like when I like trim my like eyebrows. So it's like,
oh, really?
Like he's like, well, you look different. And I'm like, no, I won't look different. I'm just...
A lot of people were like, oh, did she not like she didn't know who you were? I was like, no, she knows who I am, but she definitely didn't like the change. I guess your facial hair is a big part of like who you are. All these little things that make up like the impression of your identity to the people in your lives. It's interesting.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but, I like my beard. It's definitely my trademark, you know.
Yeah.
Beard, whiskey, grilling, barbecue.
I liked mine too. I liked it for a long time. It's just that I don't know. I I feel like I'm in a witness protection program or something, like losing all the weight and then shaving the beard. But there's something. I know, again, like not to wax philosophically about identity too much, but there is like a fat schlubby Frankie that I really identify with. I'm like, I'm that guy. And then there's also like, yeah, but like my real body is this one, you know. Yeah. There's kind of a weird thing there.
Well, if now that I'm getting a good look at you, you look like somebody who I'd like, I don't know, see asking questions at like a hardware store, and he'd be wearing like cargo shorts, like khaki cargo shorts.
I look like one of those men. Like,
yeah, you look like one. Like that. That's what, if I see your face and jawline, that's what I think.
Well, that's good. I live in a small town. I intend on living in a small town forever. I would like to, if I were to get to choose a look, a little more on the maybe rural side. I'm kind of very done with anything metropolitan.
Yeah,
so that sounds good.
The metro, yeah, definitely the like 30s millennial bearded flannel is definitely a thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And,
the Bostonian.
I think I'm all set, actually.
Like you work at a startup, and I don't know, you're coding off hours.
I was thinking today, I was like, what am I, fucking Jared Leto or something? Like if you look back like 20, well, you of course are Jared Leto, but if you look at like at the past 20 years of his filmography, like he's skinny, he's fat, he's got short hair, he's got long hair, he's got a beard, he's got no beard, like he's one of these kind of chameleon Christian Bale-ish type actors. And I was like, when you look back at my filmography, you're going to be like, this guy couldn't settle into a look. Like every year or two, he was like, yeah, like Robert De Niroing his way through his actual life.
Yeah, it is shocking when I look at Box Max, because, like I said, my vision of you in my head is rebooted. So then I see the old Box Max. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So it's good that my brain quickly rebooted to you. And
I appreciate that.
Reject your visage.
Yeah, I'm judgmental of people who like can't rewrite their neural pathways.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.